Diese Sendung wird Ihnen präsentiert vom Brewster's Mountain Lodge, dem freundlichen Familienhotel in Downtown Banff.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Sendung von Ahorn TV. Und natürlich willkommen zum kanadischen Sommer hier. Es ist richtig warm. Wir haben, glaube ich, 12 Grad. Ja. In unserem ersten Bericht geht es ums Essen und Trinken. Wir waren bei Eat Vancouver, nämlich dem International Food and Cook Festival aus dem VCC, dem neuen Vancouver Convention Center. Und schaut mal rein.
Hello, Deutschland! Kommt nach Vancouver!
Wir grüßen euch!
We welcome you to Vancouver!
Yay!
Hi, I'm Jason with Eat Vancouver. Welcome to the 9th annual Eat Vancouver at the Vancouver Trade and Convention Center. We are here annually and also in the Fraser Valley in September this year, September 16th to 18th, so come check us out there. All about food and cooking and everything for your kitchen. We've got celebrity chefs, we have cooking competitions happening this year, and over 300 exhibitors that have new products and opportunities for you to sample and buy. So definitely come check us out for next year, and if you're able for the Fraser Valley Festival, September 16th to 18th at the Abbotsford TradeX. We look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much.
I'm hanging out with my friend Mass, and I wanted to let you guys know that our heritage is from Germany, and we're here now, mygardenfootprint.com, putting on a great show. Thank you. We're an online community focused on the local and sustainable movement within BC. Check us out at mygardenfootprint.com.
So cool!
Hallo, ich bin der Daniel, ich komme aus der Schweiz, ich bin in Kanada seit 2 Jahren. Wir haben hier eine deutsche Franchise. In Deutschland heißt das vom Fass. In Kanada läuft es unter Crescendo. Der Grund ist, weil wir nur Gewürze anstelle von Alkohol verkaufen hier. Wir sind located in Revelstoke. Es ist ein kleines Örtchen am Fuße der Columbia Mountains, 8000 Einwohner, und sind im Moment daran, ein zweites Geschäft zu eröffnen in Kelowna im Okanagan-Tal. Wir verkaufen 60 verschiedene Balsamikessige und Öle und etwa 70 verschiedene Gewürze. Zurzeit sind wir in Vancouver, an der Eat Vancouver, und freuen uns natürlich, dass wir vom deutschen Fernsehen aufgenommen werden und so ein bisschen Reklame machen können. Which one do you like the best?
I only tried one. Can I try more?
Yeah, you can try everything.
Really? Oh, hi!
Hi, well, we are here for the Global Chef Challenge. The Global Chef Challenge is a competition organized by WACS, the World Association of Cook Societies, and we have the semi-final here for the Americas. So we have competitors from Chile, from Ecuador, Canada, USA, and hopefully Canada will win as well. We are also going to Germany next year. I manage the national Canadian team, and we'll be competing in Erfurt, Germany next October.
Guten Tag, nicht sprechen Sie Deutsch, so I will do my best to say it in English. Welcome to Eat Vancouver and the Cheeses from Switzerland Pavilion. Today we have some cheeses from the German-speaking part of Switzerland, and we also have here the Appenzelle, which is actually the #1 selling Swiss cheese in Germany. We also have Gruyere, which has been aged in the cave, which we call kaltbak, and it's aged in the cave for 9 months, and it gives it a wonderful flavor profile. And from the French-speaking part, we also have tête de moine, which is an 800-year-old tradition cheese, and we shave it into little flowers called rosettes. This is from the Neuchâtel area of Switzerland. It's excellent presentation for your dining table. I say auf Wiedersehen to you, and you should be able to find our cheeses in many specialty stores in the greater Vancouver area. Guten Tag.
In Mexico, we look for fairly traded products. We work directly with artisans and non-governmental organizations that empower marginalized groups. Every product is handcrafted. You can make a social responsible purchase and feel good about it. La Sirena.
Wir haben noch viel mehr Berichte von Eat Vancouver und die zeigen wir euch in den nächsten Sendungen. So, und jetzt kommen wir zu Pemberton. Wir haben ja schon aus Pemberton berichtet, dem Paragliding-Mekka aus Westkanada. Und dort sind wir zu einem Rodeo-Reiten eingeladen worden, nämlich einem Bullen-Rodeo-Reiten. Ein Häuptling eines Indianerstammes, das ist übrigens nicht politisch korrekt, damit für alle Reisenden, die mal hier rüberkommen sollten. Es heißt First Nations, aber wir sagen jetzt einfach mal schlichtweg Indianerstamm und das meinen wir auch nicht böse. Und dort waren wir, es war ein Stamm von Mount Curry, der Mount Curry Reservation, nördlich von Pemberton. Und das ist ein Stamm, der ist so groß wie so 800 Personen. Und dort waren wir das einzige Kamerateam zu einem Bullenrodeo-Reiten, ganz persönlich mal reingeschaut und ich habe leider keinen Bullen reiten dürfen. Aber guckt jetzt mal selber. William, what are you doing exactly?
Just bullfighting here, saving the guys today. They're riding bulls here.
Yeah, but aren't you scared being in there? I mean, that bull behind you, he's super dangerous. He already charged me a little bit, you know, getting close to the cage.
Yeah, no, not worried.
No?
Yeah, just fast and know what the bulls do, how they move.
William, be careful.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna watch you guys. All right, bye-bye. Where's your hometown?
It's Mount Curry, BC.
And so you are a First Nations person.
Yeah. Lil'Wat.
Lil'Wat?
Lil'Wat is our nation.
And can you say for us something in your language?
In Lina, Lil'Wat Uthkan. My name is Lena and I'm Lil'Wat.
Can you say all Germans are welcome?
Not really. You guys are welcome.
Turkey on. Give him a big round of applause for coming out today. This is a great bull. Go!
Wir sind hier auf einem Rodeo-Reit-Event, wo mit Bullen geritten wird. Und das ist ein privates Event von diesem Lil'Wat-Stamm organisiert, zu Ehren von jemandem in ihrem Stamm, der verstorben ist. Und wir schauen dir jetzt mal zu. Eben gerade hat sich ein Reiter verletzt und wir warten auf ein First Aid Kit. Also hier ist es nicht so wie in der Großstadt, wo eine Ambulanz um die Ecke wartet und da muss man sich selber versorgen. Aber jetzt schauen wir mal weiter zu.
Good job. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't make it. Go Cowboys.
Ja, und jetzt kommen wir zu Prince of Wales. Da haben wir eine richtig lange Fahrt mitgemacht. Wir waren auch ziemlich fertig am Ende des Tages. Absolut zu empfehlen. Und man kann entweder, also Prince of Wales, ich schneide es mal ganz schnell an, das sind mehrere Boote, kleine Boote, große Boote, alles Zodiac-Style, also wie so Schlauchboote sehen die aus. Aber es ist eigentlich gar kein Gummi, sondern tatsächlich richtig Metall drumherum. Und es sind sehr leise Boote, deswegen auch sehr naturfreundlich gegenüber den Walen. Die lassen sich also nicht erschrecken. Und naja, wenn man Glück hat, dann sieht man auch mal ein paar Wale, ein paar Delfine und natürlich auch Robben. Und da sind wir mitgefahren und jetzt guckt mal da rein. Man kann übrigens in Vancouver einsteigen oder in Victoria, also je nachdem. Und ihr könnt auch eine kurze Tour machen oder eine lange Tour. Aber jetzt schauen wir mal rein. Brian, where are we heading right now?
We're crossing the Gulf of Georgia, about 15 miles towards Active Pass. Quite exciting. There was a report of a resident orca, J-pod, coming through Active Pass about maybe an hour and a half ago. They can move quite a distance in an hour and a half, and we may even encounter them fairly soon if we're lucky. They did come through yesterday and we couldn't find them. So we're hoping to be luckier today. They spend a lot of time underwater, so you know the chances of missing them are always good. But we always hope for them picking them up when they come up to breathe, or if we're very fortunate, one of them will breach. If they breach, you can see them from miles away. I never get tired of seeing the whales. It's one of the reasons that I'm doing this.
I noticed when you earlier explained the whales, they all were kind of known to you. How come? I mean, are they registered, or how does it work?
Yeah, how it works is back in the 60s, a scientist, research scientist working with DFO, he came up with this idea that you could catalog individual whales based on markings on each whale. And this photo identification technique he proved it could be done, and now it's applied to transients, residents, other kinds of whales, gray whales, humpbacks. This photographic technique works very well. And cataloging is really important because then you can track births and deaths. You can see how their social structure works. Then you can even find out about the different kinds of orca. In this case, we were able to determine that there was actually transient orca and resident orca. Some are mammal eaters, and some are fish eaters. Up to then, very little was known about them, but the cataloging became a very important step in understanding those animals much better.
Tristan, what is your job exactly on this boat?
I'm a marine biologist and naturalist. So I basically talk about whatever marine life we can see, especially whales, orca, but basically any sort of wildlife. We try and, anything we find interesting on board, we try and be informative about that to the passengers.
How clean are the waters?
Well, today there's a lot of the waters are highly regulated. Toxins and industrial toxins are highly regulated. But having said that, there was due to DDT contamination in the early 20th century, there's a lot of chemicals, heavy metals still remaining in the system, and they will proliferate and remain here for many years in the future. These heavy metals and contaminants build up in the trophic levels of the fish, so the top predators like the orca, the dolphin, the porpoise accumulate these toxins in their tissues, and as a result they become very, very toxic, and their immune systems can be impaired, and they can, even the orca, when they store the toxins in their blubber, when they calve, they turn that blubber into high-fat milk for their calves. They can poison and kill their own calves, and in like up to 50% of cases, they can kill their own calf. If it goes down your drain, or if it goes out in your garden, or if you leak something from your car into the ground, all these chemicals end up back here in the water. I recommend people be very careful about the use of chemicals, first of all. I think they should support government bodies who are trying to regulate the use of POPs, persistent organic pollutants in our waters. I think they should be careful about what type of fish they're eating. Smaller fish tend to have less chemicals in them. Tuna at the moment can be very high in mercury. You know, you have to be very careful.
My experience in Vancouver, the restaurants, the high-end restaurants, where usually the normal person can't even afford to go in there, they offer this ocean-wise fish. Now, is this some kind of a fashion thing where the rich people want to show their affection of to be green, because 10 years ago to be green was more an alternative left-wing thing, right? Is it now fashion to be green?
I think not so much so. I think it's still fashionable to eat bluefin tuna, a highly endangered species of tuna. It's still fashionable to eat marlin. It's less fashionable, but really high-end restaurants still promote these large, predatory, endangered in most cases fish. So you know, I think the fashion is a cultural thing, and it is a blend of green and.
I think we are now watching some whales. That's why the guests are here now.
We see a lot of boat activity
excited.
out here, so we may see some whales.
So how fast is this boat?
We cruise at 30 knots.
That's really fast,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty fast. It's one of the fastest whale watching boats on the coast, and very fuel efficient as well, and economical and clean.
Yeah, and what is now so different with this boat in regards to the other boats? Because you're saying it's environmentally friendly and also very whale friendly.
Yes, it was designed specifically for whale watching. So the design of the hull, we have very little noise that travels actually through the water.
Yeah.
The boat is actually kind of noisy above the water, as you might have found out.
Yeah.
But when we're at speed and when we're parked beside the whales like we were just here, just with the engines idling like this, it's very quiet under the water, so less impact for the whales.
Did you ever hit coincidentally a whale?
No, I've never hit a whale. Now, I don't think there's ever been a recorded hit of a whale.
Yeah, so we won't have a chance of Moby Dick.
No, they're a lot smarter than us in terms of getting out of the way of boats, for sure.
You ever had one of your guests falling off the boat?
No, never had a guest falling off the boat and never had an injury.
So knock on wood. All right,
knock on wood somewhere.
So we're gonna go now to Victoria.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Victoria. We should be in about 20 minutes.
Anna, how long are you now with Prince of Wales?
I've been here since the company started in 1994 and worked my way from working as deck crew as a naturalist on board our smaller boats up to being a captain of the larger vessel you just stepped off of.
That sounds a little bit like the typical North American career.
Yeah, very much so.
Starting in a reception in a hotel and now the manager of the hotel.
Yeah, and very much life and working on board ships, working your way up from the bottom to the top. I'm also a marine biologist and I'm just finishing a PhD at the University of British Columbia, and I study porpoises, which are like dolphins but smaller, and I work on their foraging or feeding behaviors and their reproduction.
So porpoises, a Schweinswal.
That's correct,
All
yes.
right. Now I understood. All right. I'm not very familiar with whales, so I know only Moby Dick.
Ah, yes, sperm whale. We don't have them in the inside waters of BC.
Prince of Wales, how many boats do you have actually?
We have 12 vessels, two of the larger boats and 10 Zodiacs.
Yeah, these Zodiacs are awesome. We were now actually driving with one of the bigger boats, and they are already extremely fast.
Yes.
The captain told us around 30 knots.
That's right.
What about the Zodiacs? Are they even faster?
They're about the same, actually. It's quite remarkable that the Ocean Magic and the Ocean Magic 2, for being such large vessels, can attain the speeds that they do. But really, when you're going out looking for whales, having some speed to get from, Victoria Harbour out to wherever it is the animals are is critical, so that we can then obviously go slow around the wildlife and enjoy the time there, and then make our transit back and get everybody back in time for lunch or dinner, depending on the time of day that they go whale watching. The best time to see killer whales is any time from about June through to September. But we have been so fortunate here in southern BC in the last 10 years that we've had humpback whales coming in the area as well. And so our whale season has actually been extended right through until the end of October. And quite honestly, if the weather is really good, any time is just excellent. The variety of animals you see changes throughout the June to October time period, but it's just terrific throughout that whole time period. At Prince of Wales, we do everything we can to get every passenger that we have to see as much wildlife as we can show them in the time we have.
Leider war es das auch schon wieder für diese Woche. Schaut auf jeden Fall mal rein in Facebook auf unsere Seite. Und wenn ihr Fan von unserer Seite werdet, dann würden wir uns sehr freuen. Und bei Twitter, da sind wir auch drin. Und natürlich haben wir unsere eigene Website, ahontv.com. Unbedingt mal reinschauen, da sind Blogs drin, kleine Stories, Fotos, alles Mögliche. Und dort ist auch unsere Mediathek, da könnt ihr auch sämtliche anderen vorhergegangenen Sendungen anschauen. Tja, also dann gibt es nicht mehr zu sagen. Ich gehe jetzt erstmal ein bisschen Edelweiß pflücken, wenn es hier sowas gibt. Und wir sehen uns nächste Woche. Tschüss.